Okay, so let's go to this portal.azure.com.
Mm. Yeah, hers is there.
I need to see multi-factor authentication is enforced, right? So it
Mm.
is asking me for the code.
Good, yeah.
So Yamini, what any you are facing some issue with MFA?
I was facing issue, but after that, my husband at home yesterday, and I'm trying his work laptop, and it's work.
Mhm.
But sometime when I'm going to open in iPad or iMac, it's maybe take like there is a problem. But I tell my husband whenever I'm at home, my husband said, so you can use my laptop. So I'm using his laptop.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So we are going to onboard Microsoft Sentinel on our environment, right? So what I'll do, I will just go to search option, type Sentinel, right? So this is our SIEM tool that we are going to onboard on our environment.
Mm.
Click on this, right? So we will need, so in order to deploy Microsoft Sentinel on our environment, we need to create a log analytic workspace, right? So I'll just click on this. I create Microsoft Sentinel. So it is asking me to add Microsoft Sentinel to workspace. Right, workspace is a area where we are going to do our monitoring and all that thing, right? So I'll just click on this, add a new workspace, right? Right. So my subscription name is Azure subscription 1, right? So first and foremost prerequisite of Microsoft Sentinel is you must have your own subscription. Means if you are onboarding Microsoft Sentinel on client environment, they must have their own Microsoft Azure subscription, right? So this is the prerequisite, correct? Is it clear to you?
Yes, bhai.
Yes, but
Right. If you don't have the subscription, you cannot access the Microsoft Sentinel or any other resources.
mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the next thing is the resource group. All right. See, resource group is like a bundle of resources. Means in whenever I'm using my environment, I must have one resource group. Correct? So in cloud environment, it will provide me a group where I can store my resources, right? So what I will do, I can create a new resource group from here also, or I can select the resource group I created previously, right? So previously when I created my subscription, I created one resource group, right? RG Bharat, resource group Bharat, right? So I am selecting that, but if you want, then you can create the new resource group also. See, I'm just trying test RG, right? And I click on OK. So it will create that also, right? But I will just take the my created resource group, right? Now I need to decide, yes,
Sorry, Bharat. Resource group is means like whatever, like SOC analyst or cyber security, this kind of group, yeah.
no, that's not. It's a group for cloud resources,
Okay, okay. Cloud resource.
right?
Cloud resource.
Right. So just research about this resource group, right? Just a moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So research about this resource group in Azure,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a kind of container, we can say that, which holds the related resources of our company, right? So it helps to us to manage and organize the various services like virtual machine, So whenever I'll create a virtual machine, it will ask me which resource group you want to edit, right? So whenever you have created your own subscription, so you just create a resource group at that time, right? And it will ask you to add the resource group at the time of virtual machine creation, right? Similarly, when you are creating a database, SQLite or a storage requirement, storage account or networking, at that time you need to decide which resource group you want to edit, right?
Hmm.
Correct.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a logical grouping of resources. Correct. So if, for example, I want to delete the resources of my of this subscription, so I when what I'll do, I'll just delete my resource group. It will automatically delete all the resources of the cloud environment.
Hmm.
Correct. Right. So yes. So here we need to provide the name of our log analytic workspace. Right. So I'm writing it down as Bharat hyphen WP. WP means workspace. Correct. Right. Here I need to decide in which zone you want to add your resources.
Hmm.
Right. So at the time of creation, I think selected East US. So by default, it is coming East US. Right. So if you want to change it, so you can change it from here also. Right. Let's just let me just a moment. Right. So I'll just okay. So what I'm checking it right now. Uh, region selection in Azure, right? See here, you will in every region they have provided North America, US, okay, local employees, yes, partnered and customers, okay, right? There might be some costing also provided at here. Migration process changes. Okay, let it be East US, right? But we need to ask for the client requirement. Key, which region you want to keep your resources, right? So I'm keeping it myself for East US, right? And I'll just click on next, right? Tags, I'm keeping it empty. No need to add any tags and all that, right? And I'll just click on review and create. So it is checking for the validation. Once the validation passed, see, okay, validation is passed, right? So here you can verify the names, right? See here you can see the subscription name. Here you can see the resource group. Here you can see the work group, log analytic workspace, a region, and pricing tier is pay as you go,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have the credit of almost 151 pound route, right? So it will first of all it will deduct from that, but yes, so sorry, okay, I need to need that. Okay, taking it as this one. The naming convention must be based on the company requirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, STUS tags. Okay, I'll check for the validation and I'll click on create. Right, so it is showing that submitting deployment in progress. See, here you can see that Microsoft Sentinel offers 31-day free trial. Right, when I click on this Microsoft Sentinel pricing or more, see, I'll redirect it to here. See, pay as you go model, its cost is 5.22 GB, $5.22 per GB, right? So it is charging for data ingestion. Means if you ingest, if your data ingestion is almost 1 GB, you will charge £5 per 5.22 pounds. If you have choose the model 100, if you are ingesting 100 GB per day, it will charge 342.52 pound per GB, right? Per day, sorry, per day. So most of the companies are taking the model as pay as you go, means whatever amount of data you are ingesting, you are going to charge for that. Correct? Is it clear? So see, whenever you are using pay as you go subscription model, you base for basic log, it is charging $1.12 per GB. Right? For auxiliary logs, it is charging on pay as you go 0.19 GB per $19 per GB. Right? So for first 30 days, we are going to utilize our free trial, right? So what I'll do, I'll just log out from, see, this is deployed, right? Your Azure Sentinel is deployed. So what I'll do, I'll just log out from this account. I'll try to log in again. Portal, what is your.com, right? We'll use this account. Use the password. Sign in. No. So, okay. It didn't ask me for authentication, right? Why? Because recently I logged in and logged out, right? Now this is the, what we can say, our dashboard. And now here, in order to start the monitoring, where you need to go, for Microsoft Sentinel, right? So I click on this Microsoft Sentinel, right? It must show workspace over here, right? Manage view, apply. Just a moment. To manage view subscription. Okay, it is. Why it is not showing over here? Let's go to this. Advanced filter. Advanced filter. Okay, this done. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So where I need to go? I need to click on this. It will show how many workspace are there, right? It will show you the subscription name, default directory, resource group, and location, right? I'll click on this add, click on this and add workspace, right? So now it is adding Microsoft Sentinel to your workspace, correct? So it is showing you the dialog box that adding Microsoft Sentinel to your workspace. So did you understand the concept of workspace now? Workspace is the storage area where your all the logs are getting collected, right? Right. And once the logs are getting collected on your workspace, next step is to add your Microsoft Sentinel on that particular workspace. So all the capabilities of Microsoft Sentinel will get integrated with that particular workspace, right? So it will take some time to add the Microsoft Sentinel on this workspace. So let's wait for that. Okay, fine, right? So it is showing that your free trial is activated, your trial active on this workspace from 15.9 to 16.10, right? During the free trial, up to 10 GB per day is free for both Microsoft Sentinel and Log Analytics, right? Data beyond 10 GB included quantity will means what 10 GB you can till 10 GB you are free to do anything, right? So I'll click on OK, right? So saying that getting started means your Sentinel is installed on my tenant. Means uk.bharatmach@gmail.com is my company, and this Microsoft Sentinel is onboarded on my company, right? So when I click on overview, so you can see that in last 24 hours, how many incidents were got triggered, right? Means it's recently we have onboarded. That's why it is showing nothing, right? We don't have data yet at the moment to ingest, right? It is showing that how many analytic rules are activated at the moment, means what are the analytic rules were enabled, right? So this is your dashboard, right? From tomorrow onwards we will start looking some incident on this area, right? Here we can say in logs we can write down some queries. So it is saying that log analytics, welcome to log analytics, and tool used to produce insight into log analytics Azure monitor logs, right? I'm closing it at the moment, right? Right. So here I can write down some queries, right? How to write queries will let you know. But here we can see these are the inbuilt queries already given by Microsoft Sentinel, right? So in order to get the data of applications, these all are the queries. I just directly click on this run, right? For example, I want to response time become operation performance. So I just need to click on run. It will give you the, see, this is the query which contained in that, and here it will show the result. Are you getting the point?
Yes, bro.
Right. So again, I go to logs. I don't see here. If you If you want to open another tab, you can click on this. You can write now like security alerts or security events or security incident, saying that event and take 10. It means take 10 means most recent 10 activities will be displayed right now. It will not display anything. Security event position take 10. There is some error. We'll see to it later, right? So this is the here we can write our own queries, and here it will show the result, right? You can close it right now. Okay, correct. So this is the logs where we can write down our own queries. Also, if you want, you can close this from here, right? And you can delete this, and you can security incident take must run. Yes. So see, no error. That's why it is. But we have not. Why it is not showing any result at the moment, right? This is we have only created log analytic workspace and onboarded Microsoft Sentinel, right? For example, in my environment, I have Microsoft as Entra ID, right? This is one of the log source, right? For example, I have Azure Firewall, right? I have some virtual machine. I have IDS or IPS, right? So what I need to do, I need to collect the logs from various sources and add it into this Microsoft Sentinel, right? This process is called onboarding data connectors, correct? It is not showing any result because we have not onboarded any of the data connectors, right? Correct. But here you can see that it's your dashboard, right? Here you can find out all the incidents in last 24 hours. Here some graphical information is also there, which contains the data connector information. Here you can see what are the number of analytic rules it will running over here, right? Any automation you have implement, you can see over here, right? This is your dashboard. This is your logs where you can write down your own queries, right? Here it's a news and guidelines, means any of the updates coming in our environment on Microsoft Sentinel, it will be displayed over here, right? Collect the data, create analytic rules, automate and orchestrate. So all type of this documentation has been displayed over here. When I click on Content Hub, it has on our data solution, right? We will see to it later, but let's click on this. Search. There is nothing. If you want to search something from here, you can type it over here, right? And you can search anything you want. Under threat management, there are, we can say, the incidents, right? First and foremost thing. So whenever you log in into the system in this Microsoft Sentinel, right? Once you check the dashboard, you straight away you need to come to this incident, right? So it is showing that there is no incident were found because we have not onboarded any of the data connected data, any of the data sources to this Microsoft Sentinel. Once we start onboarding data sources, we will start getting incident over here, correct? See what it is showing. Open incident means what are the incidents which are open, which are not closed yet. Means all the open incident it will show the count. What are the new incident means in last 24 hours, what are the new incident that came into our environment, right? how many active incident, right? Active incident it will show. Here you can see the incident by severity, means here it is red means high severity, orange means medium severity, low or yellow means low severity, and gray means informational. So these are the highly critical incidents. Means you will start seeing the incident in red section. It will be high severity. It will show will uh, once we'll start and onboarding data sources, it will show you how the incidents are coming, right? Some incident will come in orange, some in yellow, and some in informational. So you have to mainly focus on high and medium severity incident, right? So here you can see all the incident. Here you can find out all the severity, means you can filter out the filter out the incident. Means if I want to see only high severity incident, so I'll just click on this, will select all. If it will uncheck all, and I'll just click on this high and okay. So it will only show me the high severity incident, right? Second thing is the status, means or new and active and closed, right? There are three status. So new are the recently, active are the not closed yet, and closed will display the closed incident. Means whatever incident you closed in Microsoft Sentinel, it will display in this section, right? So what I'll do, I want to see the new incident, so I'll just click on this new and okay. So only the incident with high severity and new status, means in last 24, what are the latest incident will be displayed over here. I also want active ones. Active one will also display over here, right? So we'll generally use the new and active, right? So we can keep track of all the incidents. Here you can see that providers, means whatever data sources that you have integrated, means I have integrated Azure Sentinel and Microsoft Defender for Defender XDR. These two data connectors are automatically onboarded when I onboarded my Microsoft Sentinel. If I onboard Entra ID, it will display Entra. If I will onboard my firewall, Azure Firewall, it will display firewall. If I will onboard what we can say IDS IPS, it will show here, right? So for example, if I only want the incident which are coming from Azure Sentinel or Azure Microsoft Defender for XDR, right? So I'll just click on this and okay. I will take it both right now. Alert product name, right? Alert product name will contain the Microsoft Defender for Cloud, Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps, identity, Entra ID, and Azure information. There are lots of products which are already listed over here, right? So once you it's your based on your requirement, whatever requirement that you want, you can select that application and you can click on OK, right? Here it will show the owner, means see how many users we have in our Entra ID, right? It is this is the owner, and this is the Harsh, Rajshri, Yamini. These all users are already added to Entra ID. Means these are the part of our security monitoring team. Correct? Is it clear?
Yes, bhai.
Right. So this is how we can manage incident from here. If I want to see the incident which is assigned to Harsh, so I just click on Harsh and okay. Right? So it will display only the incident which are assigned to Harsh, right? Now with this will be, we'll check it later, right? Workbook, hunting, notebooks, entity behavior, and threat intelligence, MITRE framework, SOC optimization, we'll check it later, right? So at the moment we will be, yes, content hub, content management. And first of all, I'll go to this content hub, right? From here, I can I can onboard the data connectors, right? For example, I am using Microsoft Entra ID as a as my data source, right? Because it contains my user activities. So it has all the vendors. If you see, it has Amazon, it has Azure activity, it has Cisco, it has DNS, it has cloud, Google Cloud, it has Log4j, right? SAP, it has a SOC handbook, right? It has password. See, these are the different vendor. Agile, AI analytics, Akamai security, Alibaba cloud, right? AMA workshop, Apache, right? There are almost 365 solution available, right? So let me check over here. See here, it will show what are the installed. Mean these are the data sources from where we can fetch out the logs. If, for example, my environment contains the cloud services, right? So what I need to use, see, this is Azure cloud, and my server is installed in AWS, Amazon Web Services. So from where I need to fetch the log? From Amazon Web Services to my Azure Sentinel, correct?
No,
See,
but this is, I cannot understand
see,
this.
see, this you are using your Microsoft Sentinel on Azure cloud,
Yeah.
right? Suppose there is a company who has hosted its server on Amazon Web Services cloud infrastructure. Web Services is a cloud infrastructure. You know that.
Hmm. No,
No, I want
it's on web.
sorry.
No, I'm not like, I'm not able to understand.
See, likewise, Azure. You understand Azure?
Yeah.
You can purchase virtual machine. You can take the storage resource and everything.
Yeah.
Similarly, you can purchase storage area virtual machine on Amazon Web Services also,
Okay.
right? So, for example, I have hosted my server. I have purchased one server which is hosted on AWS cloud,
Okay.
and AWS is a cloud service. Azure is a cloud service. Google Cloud is also a cloud service.
So these are all the task management platforms where
Yes,
you assign
yes,
tasks and people get login and do.
right.
So same as Azure, different companies have also registered.
Yes, right. Right.
Okay.
So, for example, Cisco, you know that Cisco firewall, Cisco router, Cisco
Part of it.
switches. You know about that,
Yeah.
right? So, for example, in my environment, there are Cisco routers,
Hmm.
right? Or Cisco firewall,
Hmm.
right? So, I need to fetch the logs from Cisco firewall to Azure Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, what I need to do? I need to install Cisco Umbrella. From here there are certain process, certain APIs you need to recall. For that we need to design a standard operating procedures, right? We will check it later on, right? So what you have to do in order to fetch the logs from Cisco firewall, you have to onboard Cisco data connectors in your Azure Sentinel,
And it's
right?
all free to install all these things.
Sorry, come again.
Is it all free to install all?
No. So Microsoft Azure has designed a Sentinel in such a way that it is charging the cost based on the amount of data ingestion,
Hmm.
not for installation. Means, for example, Cisco firewall is ingesting a data of 10 GB,
Hmm.
right? 10 GB of logs. Microsoft will charge only 10 GB of the data
Hmm.
that ingested in Azure Sentinel. Clear?
And why will this, like, we do have to fetch logs from this, and why would Cisco allow this?
See, if you want these the logs from Cisco firewall to come into this incident, right? Let me give one example. Uh, Google Sentinel incident, right? Let me show you that image. Yes. See, does it look like this?
It will look like this.
It
Okay.
will once we will onboard,
Yeah,
once
incident
we will on,
management show the
yes.
security.
So
Okay.
it will look like this. So this is the incident panel, right? So these are the incident, these are the alerts, these are the products, and these are the created time, owner, status, like this, right? So see, all are from what I can say. It's from Azure Security product. Product is Azure Security. Now you see here product where it gone. Azure Security. Yes, I need to. Let me change the vendor content source from the solution category now. Okay, provider. See here you can see the all the vendors provider, all one password, 42 crunch. These are the company names, right? Ali Cloud, Amazon Web, Apache Software Foundation, uh, Arista Network, right? So if you can see that the multiple company names, Citrix, Cisco, Cognizant, right? Contrast Security. These are the CrowdStrike, right? Cyber defense. So these are the multiple companies who have their own products, security products that might be, right? So see, CrowdStrike, you might have heard about CrowdStrike, right? It has own EDR, endpoint detection and response solution, means antivirus and all that, right? So for example, my company is using the uh, CrowdStrike as an endpoint detection solution, right? In endpoint detection response, right? So what I need to do, I need to onboard this CrowdStrike on my Azure Sentinel, so that all the incidents that are coming on my CrowdStrike for EDR, it will automatically come to this incident page, right? So let's like I will search for Microsoft, right? So you see it has Microsoft also. I will click on apply. So all these products are from the Microsoft. Here, sorry, Microsoft, not all. Why it is taking at? Yes. See, so these are the products from Microsoft. Azure Activity, Log4j vulnerability detection, Defender for Cloud, Defender XDR, Entra ID, right? Uh, Security Threat Essentials, SOAR Essentials, Threat Intelligence, UBA Essentials, right? So these are the solution which belongs to the Microsoft. If I want to see that the from Amazon Web Services or Cisco, what are the services available from Cisco, right? I will click on, see, these are the Cisco products. Cisco Umbrella, right? Cisco Duo Security, right? These are the software or products of Cisco, right? For example, a company is using a Cisco Duo Security for my security issues, right? So what they have already installed, it is taking the logs, right? But I want to investigate the logs from Cisco Duo Security. So what I need to do, I need to onboard this data connector on my Azure Sentinel, right? So that incident will start coming on this
So,
incident
so
page.
you mean like if there is a company called XYZ
Hmm.
and XYZ is using Cisco firewall
Hmm.
services or router.
Hmm.
So to give the services to that company as a security analyst, we
Hmm.
have to download this thing in our portal
Yes, we have
to
to
get their logs and
Mhm.
everything and to
Yes.
prevent.
Yes, yes. Right. Once you start getting the logs, means any kind of activity is happening on as your Cisco firewall, right? It will start coming as an incident in Microsoft Sentinel over here in this incident tab, right? It will start listing all the incident over here.
No, that I understood definitely.
Hmm.
But what I'm trying to understand is like, uh, if we are
Okay.
company, if we are working for some other company,
Hmm.
then how these portals or all the contents are going to help us, or why do
See,
we have to use this?
see,
Yeah,
whenever you are working for a company,
yeah.
so first and foremost thing is to assess their environment, right? You have to ask them, the company, you have to gather the requirement of the company. What are the what the environment contains, mean what type of infrastructure is there, what how many servers are there, how many firewalls are there. Firewalls, you have the firewalls from which company you are using the firewalls, right? If you are using the different antivirus program, so which company in antivirus program you are using, right? If you are using IDS, IPS, or you are using web application firewall, so which company you are using, all the companies are listed over here if you see into the in this section,
Hmm.
right? Suppose I want the McAfee and see McAfee product is there, right? So all the product of McAfee will be listed over here, right? So whatever, when you have installed McAfee on your on your system, right? So whatever traffic is coming, whatever traffic is going, right, it will record in that in logs in the software, right? And if you want to see the incident, right, in Microsoft Sentinel, you have to install this solution over here. You have to provide a connection, right? And it will start giving the incident in the form of incident in the incident panel.
And and like this, if we just assume there are two companies, one is called Bharat Machi, which we have
Mm,
already received Gmail, an email ID to log in.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, you gave us yesterday. And
yes.
there's one more company, XYZ.
Mm,
They also give. So I'm working for two companies,
mm,
and they both have the McAfee network security platform, you and the
mm-hmm,
other company.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if I have to see the incidents of your company,
Mm.
then I have to go to that user and download McAfee. And if I am working for that company, again I have to go in that, or it would be merged.
See, both the companies are working individually, standalone, right? If my company wants to monitor the incidents, I need to onboard Microsoft Sentinel, and in Microsoft Sentinel, I need to onboard McAfee.
Hmm.
For example, XYZ company wants to monitor their security incident in that company in XYZ company, they have to onboard Microsoft Sentinel, right? And they have to install McAfee, this McAfee security platform on their Sentinel, so that whatever see how network infrastructure is working. Suppose you I have my this is my server, okay, this is my server, and I have installed, I have hosted my website on this server, right?
Hmm.
I have my Azure Active Directory on this. enter ID on this machine,
Hmm.
right? So what is happening now? I have enter ID, right? I have Cisco firewall
Yeah.
installed on this, right? So for protection of my system, I have installed for Microsoft, sorry, Defender for endpoint. Forget about my Cisco firewall, right?
Hmm.
As an antivirus for endpoint for all the systems which are accessing this my server, for all the systems I have installed Defender for endpoint on every system, right? So,
Hmm.
and for server also, I have installed Defender for endpoint. But because server is also an endpoint, right? So now, so endpoint is getting the logs. Whenever I log in and log out, Entra is also started getting the logs, right? Now I want to see these logs. Means what is the traffic in Entra ID? What are the traffic in this? What I can say as a login and logout information in Entra ID, right? So I need to onboard both the data connectors in Azure Sentinel, right?
Hmm.
Correct? See, let me try to onboard one data connector. Right, I go to Content Hub. Hmm. Okay, select all. Okay, right here I'll try to install Entra ID. Right. Okay, it is showing that it is not installed yet, and I will start installing this. So it is getting installed. Means whatever activity is getting captured in Entra ID, it will start coming as a incident in our Sentinel, right? Right. So let me click on this. See here, if you look into this, please refer the following document. Entra ID solution enables you to ingest Microsoft Entra ID, audit, sign in, and provisioning and risky events and risky user or service principal logs using diagnostic setting into Microsoft Sentinel, right? So it has one data connector, means Microsoft Entra ID, two workbooks associated with them, and these are the analytic rules, and these are the playbooks. We'll look into this section later, right? And I will click on okay, manage. Right, so we'll click on this. Okay, so these are the analytic rules associated with this, right? So it is installed. Let's go to Microsoft Sentinel. Okay. Mhm. Yes. Okay, now go to incidents, start to refresh on. I will select it as the okay. I will select it as okay all, right? And content hub. Just a moment, guys. Okay, right. So we have installed the solution from here,
Yes.
where content hub. Now, right now I'll go to data connectors. See here, you can see that enter ID. Okay, okay, okay. Just a moment. First of all, let me uninstall that. Let it be. Right. Hmm. Okay. Connected. It is not connected yet. Okay. Data connector. Go to data connector page. Means I have to, what I need to do, I need to, first of all, whatever resources whatever log sources I want to see in my data connectors, first of all, I need to go to Content Hub and I need to install that particular solution into my environment, right? Once I install that solution over here, it will show you in the data connector page, right? So what I do, it will show me here. So I will open up the data connect page. I want sign in logs.
We did it already. No, we did install.
We did install, but we did installation from the content hub, right? But separately we have to install it in from data connector. Means where it is there, it is here. We have installed the solution. Now we have to install the specific data connector from here, right? So I need to go to data connector. I need to go to this enter ID, open the connector page, right? I want the sign in logs also. I want audit logs. I want non-interactive. I want server, all the logs I want, right? And I will just apply the changes, right? Okay. Also read these instructions. Make sure you have read and write permission, diagnostic settings of the this, and global administrator or secure administrator permission assigned to you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Applied the changes. What it is showing here, success. Okay. But why the status is not said connect, not connected? We need to change the diagnostic settings. Okay. Yes. Mhm. Okay. It's still showing that I'm not connected. One connector. It's from Microsoft. Need all the details. Okay, not connected yet. Data connector removed. Okay. Here it should come as a connected. Hmm. Connector page. Hmm. Apply the changes. In order to export sign in, need to have P1 and P2 license. If you don't have, Start free trial. Okay, let's start free trial for this. Okay, let me try this free trial. Okay. Okay. Set up account with. Okay, let's maybe. Oh. Okay. Text me. 937549 Okay. Done. See, there is one requirement. If you want to add these logs from Android, you must have P1 and P1 or P2 license enabled with your account. Means if you are working with the company, they have already purchased. They will already purchase this Android ID P1 or P2 license, right? If I don't have that P1 and P2 license, so I am starting it as a free license, right?
Okay.
So I have taken a P1 license for free trial, right?
Yeah.
I'll just click on this. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is my free trial of my company, right? Okay. So now let's try to refresh this page. Still show not connected. Apply changes. Okay, this is my subscription coming plans. Okay. Okay, done. Show all plans is Mhm. This one. Okay. Sentinel threat management. Okay. SOC optimization. No, it's not required. Data connectors. This. The status must change to connected.
Or what can we do this now? To sum up this question or maybe understanding कि
Mm-hmm.
मतलब अगर किसी कंपनी के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं और
Mm-hmm.
उनके ये इंसिडेंट्स रिकॉर्ड या मतलब if we have to work for them on this, then we have to install whatever they have to
Yes.
fetch the data,
Yes,
and
exactly.
then we have to work.
Then
As
we have to
if
work.
I sum up Azure, what if I have to may explain some beginner or
Mm-hmm.
a small child also what is Azure, then Azure would be something like verbally or physically we are just assigning someone task, and if
Mm-hmm.
you have to do it on a device or a platform, then Azure is a thing to
Right.
just sum up like this.
Right. So see, similarly and again we have other data connectors also, right?
Hmm.
So for onboarding another solution, first of all, we need to connect this. See, we need to install the solution from here, and
Hmm.
once the solution is installed, you can go to this data connectors, right? This will show you that install solution,
Yeah.
right? Now this in you have to change the status of this install solution to connected, right? It
Yeah.
presently it is showing that it is not connected, disconnected, right? You have to change the status. I will refer it to my document once again. I will let you know how to change the status of this. Means I will demonstrate you how to connect this data connector on Azure Sentinel, and we will start monitoring the Azure Sentinel data connector on start monitoring the incident over this
Yeah.
here, right? Here we can change the timeline. Means if I want to see the incident from last 7 days, so I can change it from here, right? And once we will get the incident on here, we will start monitoring that, right? So I want you to take the session till here only, right? And I will connect on Saturday with this status change to connected, right? I need to do some configuration. Once it is done, I will show you how to do that, right? And these tasks are not done by you, right? You are not responsible for this connection time, but you must have the knowledge in how to connect the data, what is the content of data solution, and what is data connector, and what is the procedure of connection, right?
Yeah.
Your task is to just to monitor the incidents that are coming here in incident tab, right? Once your task is to incident monitor and investigate the incident, and you just prepare the report and send it to the client. That's all, right? I will connect on Saturday with the incident on this tab, and then show you how to connect the data connector of Azure, this Entra ID and Defender for endpoint and all that, and we'll continue from that. And I'll show you how to investigate and how to prepare the report,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
right? So that's all for today's session, right?
I
I need
I just had few questions, but if
yes, yes,
Yamini has and even to catch up, and if Rajshri wants to leave, it's fine. And if you're fine, then I can ask now
yes,
before.
yes. You can, you can.
Yeah, still I have like a 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
So, in my Azure portal, in my
Mm-hmm.
personal email ID,
Mm-hmm.
it's showing like admin. It's not showing like owner, because I've seen like in some of your portals, or maybe Rajshree's and Yamini's also, I guess, they were showing owner, but for me it's showing admin. So I'm still confused, like why is it, like what is the difference, and why is it showing me anything different?
Means you created your Azure account with your own credential, right? With
Yeah,
your own
yeah,
email ID. And it
yes,
is showing admin, not owner.
But I'm
yeah.
sorry to bother you guys. If you can go for it again, like and show us like once is like very useful us if you can do it if you don't mind.
Bharat Bhai or me?
No, 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 Bharat bhai.
Means what you want me to do?
Can you open the like a Microsoft port enter ID so we can like in once and because Rashri have a question as well. Yes, Rashri.
Here you want to see? Hello.
Yes, yes, Bharat.
So yeah. So what you can do, Harsh?
Yeah, yes, bhai.
You go to users,
Uh,
right?
second users, yeah.
Users and role assignment. There is an option called manage assign roles.
Manage. I've logged in from my personal email ID. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm going to manage, it's
Mm-hmm.
not showing any, assigned roles or, anything. Maybe I have to create one user. That PDF we have to do. It's on user creation. So that
Mm.
one thing I have to do. So maybe after that, I think I may be able to see this assigned roles, if I'm not wrong. Not sure
Yes,
about
you
that.
can do that also. You can see, click on this owner. Means where you can see the owner.
When you were again, I was seeing where I can see, but when you guys were showing your screen or something, yesterday, Rajshree's or yours, I saw owner, and when I first logged in, it was
Mm-hmm.
showing admin. So I had that question, but I'm still, finding where. But I definitely remember, and I'm sure for me it's showing owner, sorry, admin, and for
Mm-hmm.
you guys it was showing owner. So just have to see
If you
where I
can
go.
share the screen, then I can guide you properly.
Yeah, sure. Could you just co-host
Yeah,
me?
I can make you the co-host. Yes, you can share the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Did you all got idea how to onboard as your Sentinel?
Yes, I have understood it, but I
Mm.
just what I'm thinking is if you can uh sometimes explain us like this, as I mentioned, like if I have to explain child also about what is Azure, then this would be for as per my knowledge and what I thought, which would be the perfect line. So it's like verbally we assign, but in device Azure is the thing kind of. So that would be much easier because sometimes these technical terms, like content hub and downloading, it's very difficult. When we ask questions, we get to know definitely, but sometimes it's
No
difficult.
worries, we will I will explain each and every tab in detail once I onboard one or two data connectors,
Yes, bhai.
right? So it will be easy when some incidents will come and start investigation and all that. So it would be more easy, so that if there are some data, then it will be, we can utilize the cover full features of Azure Sentinel, right?
Yeah.
So no worries, I will share, explain you all the tabs in detail once again once it starts getting some incident.
And this they are showing
We
if
could
I'm
not see
allowing
your
zoom,
screen.
if I'm allowing zoom,
Mm-hmm.
then they are in the last step they're asking zoom us may not be able to record the contents of your screen until it is quit. Let me just try to quit and reopen. Can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Safari. Now?
Yes, now we can see.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I was finding, but I didn't get one where I was, So I was trying here only. But I perfectly remember, and I'm sure, like for me, it was admin. I still
Click on home. Click on home.
okay.
Yes. And in search box type, yeah, it is Entra ID. Microsoft Entra ID is there. No? Yes, click on that.
Yes.
Manage. Wait. Let the data comes.
Yeah.
User. Okay, done. Go to manage.
Manage tenants.
No, manage on left.
Oh, that's it. On the
Yes.
left.
Users.
Users.
Okay.
No, it would come the same page, I guess. That
Go to default directory.
for
Separate
default.
is for assignment, yeah.
I gave this you as an assignment. Na?
Yeah.
Just click on default directory, Harsh.
Default this, where is it?
Just above the users.
This one?
Yes, above that.
Or this
It's
one? Oh,
yes.
default.
Go to roles and administrator.
The left, roles and administrator.
Your role is global administrator. Na? You can see that your role.
Yeah. And could you just see your personal from your personal, because maybe I just wanted to know, and because I also wanted to know one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you first showed us the Azure portal, you
Mm-hmm.
had the information who has done the multi-factor authentication and who didn't.
Mm.
So where can I see for myself? Because to show in the PDF also how to get the multi-factor authentication done.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Go to
I don't know
default
why I
directory.
didn't able to
Go to
understand that.
go to default directory.
Uh, Default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to users
Yeah.
and see, or there is audit logs and sign in logs. Click on audit logs.
On the left here. Audit. It's
Here it is,
success.
right?
So
Click
success
on
means it's click.
yes. Success means uh, you have been added into this and click on sign in logs. See this one.
Yeah. So success means it's all the multi-factor thing is already done.
Just a moment. Uh, uh, Azure, Microsoft Azure sign in. See last one. Click on that.
This
Uh, Mm.
requirement.
see
But it's
multi-factor
done.
authentication. Success. See, it is showing multi-factor authentication.
Okay, so the
Status
success
success.
means it's done.
Success means it's done.
So now what should I do? Like me or we in for the Word document,
Mm-hmm.
how should we show? Because we have already done this, my multi-factor thing.
Means you want to,
No,
you have already done, na?
yeah, about the assignment, because to show, uh,
Mm-hmm.
we already did.
So
Because user creation we can do, because we just have to create and
what
put
you
some.
can do, what you can do, you add another user from your for your friend or something like that,
Okay.
right? And then you go to in order
His
to
email ID and log in and do the
yes,
multi-factor thing.
not his add his email ID. You add new user in this in your Azure portal,
Okay.
right? By clicking new user, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go to per user MFA. Click
Or
out. Just close
see,
this.
we just
Just close this.
go to all users. We
You
create a new user.
you will create new user. The user will reflect it over here. Go to back.
So user principal name. So it
You
would be my friend's name.
your
I'll
friend's
just
name.
write TM. Yeah.
Ah,
So TM at my email ID would come.
ah.
And then the display name should be TM1 as of
Hmm.
now. The password is, I'll just change it to, why cannot cannot, I'm not able to write.
This is auto generated, na? Just uncheck that auto generated password.
Okay, sorry.
Now right,
So TM at that one,
right.
minimum for
It's
creating
too
the
short.
TM at that one to contain
Password
user.
cannot contain
Okay.
username.
So that one, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll not create it now, otherwise I would have to create one more email ID, one more user.
Yes.
But then account enabled, we have to select,
See. Okay. Right. Yes. Yes.
then we
That.
have to select next.
Hmm.
Okay.
Click next and create. Don't in
Yeah, yeah.
properties. Don't put all the information. Just create as it is. Right. And when the user get created, go
Hmm.
to this
Uh,
default directory.
yeah.
Not
No.
now. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Direct.
Where did it go?
Enter ID. Enter.
Enter ID, yeah.
And go to manage users. The
Users.
color, the user which was created, it will be reflected over
Should
here,
shown be
right?
here, yeah.
When go to per user MFA,
Where is
per
it?
user of MFA, it's manage view,
Hmm.
not
Uh,
like on top. Yes, per user yes, yes.
oh, this one. Yeah.
Right here, that user will also be disabled. Okay, we will also be listed over here, right? When you click on that user and just click on enable MFA,
So for me, why is it showing disabled?
because it is status is you how you are logging into your means you are using authenticator app to log in into this portal,
Yes, I do have.
so must be enabled now.
When I log in from the email ID which you gave me yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
they are definitely giving, but in this, should I
Oh
enforce
man,
just to
yes,
see?
enforce it. Enable, yes, you have not enabled yet. You are
You,
logging into my account na, that's why you are showing
no, this is my personal email ID.
but you have implemented MFA on my tenant now.
Okay, so
Now
enable,
you enable it.
do
Click on
not
enable.
regularly sign in through the browser. You can send them link to.
Okay, enable it.
So, or what can I do is I can try afterwards when I'm
Hmm.
creating the Word document.
Document. Yes, right.
If I find something difficult or anything, I'll ask you.
Right, right,
But till
correct,
now
correct.
it's done, so yeah, it's fine.
Mm. So once you enable it,
And yeah,
and
that's what I wanted to
you
know.
again
Like if we
start
have
the,
to
yes,
enable, then this is the thing. Okay.
right, right, correct.
Yeah.
But you now if you are logging with your credential with your this Jadeja Harshvardhan SC
Yeah.
at rate whatever
Oh,
it is there on Microsoft.com, it will not ask you for the MFA,
okay.
right? But now you are asking for the MFA because you have been added to as a user in
Your
my, and
yeah,
if
your thing.
that's why it is asking. But in your account, your personal account, it is not asking for
So
MFA.
now when I enforce, it would ask me
You
for that also.
yes, yes, it will ask you for you need to set up in that Microsoft Authenticator app.
Yes. And one last question, like as I mentioned about the, Azure thing and everything,
Mm-hmm.
the simple explaining term, how
Mm-hmm.
would you define in simple ways about Sentinel, just to, make it easier and remember very precisely?
We have a separate session for that,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, yeah, we have separate session. We will also learn about all the services, what are the core capabilities of Sentinel and all that, right?
Okay, done.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then. Thank you for joining the call. We will just try to onboard Sentinel, and after that, once you once you try to onboard Sentinel on your personal account, create a document for that. Okay, and after that, we will not use your credential. We will remove credit card details from your account, and you will use my credentials, right? But for documentation purpose, you use your account for onboarding process and document with a screenshot and all that, and an explanation, and we will start from after that we will remove credit card information from your account. We will delete Azure account for your for from your
Personal.
resources, right? And then you can log in from my account only.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you,
so
Bharat.
you got the assignment, right? You have to onboard Azure Sentinel and create a document for that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you,
Yeah,
Harsh. Thank you, Raj.
thank you.
Yeah, everyone. Have a
Yeah,
good
thank you everyone. Bye bye.